Hey, what's good, Power People? This is the Power Living with Purpose podcast with David C. Henderson, and this is the Health Tip of the Week. The Health Tip of the Week is sponsored by American Health and Fitness Services, which is virtual diet and fitness services, personal services, one-on-one with an actual trainer or actual nutritionist nationwide, as well as in-home, on-site services in the central Alabama area, and also expanding and hiring nationwide. All right, this week is how to enjoy March Madness without gaining weight. Part 1. All right, y'all can see I got my Bruce Pearl basketball camp shirt on because I referee the Bruce Pearl basketball camp at Auburn University every summer, probably for the last 4 or 5 years. It's been, quite a few. So I've got a chance to, interact with the Auburn team. So I actually cheer for Auburn basketball. I am an Alabama football fan. Will never cheer for Auburn football. I'm sorry, Alabama football. But for basketball, my interaction with them, they're good guys. I referee. They pay me, and I always cheer for them as well. But anyway, all right. So, and I've also did a video about the whole Brandon Miller fallout and why I'm not cheering for Alabama this year. Not because of him, but because of the program and their response and their public relations department, which has been horrible, absolutely non-sympathetic and tone deaf and very insensitive to the death of the young lady, Jamia Harris. All right, so here's the health tip for all college basketball fans. The biggest month of basketball is here. The games are going on all over the country, and the teams go from 68 teams now all the way down to 16, 8, Final Four, and all of that. Now, it's going to be upsets and all of that. It's going to be high, going to be very emotional times and all that stuff, wins, losses, all that. But one thing for sure, it's going to be a lot of food. Typically, it's going to be a lot of food and probably a lot of things to drink as well that are not water. So with it's kind of crazy, though, that in America, nearly all the foods that we associate with eating while we watch sports are typically unhealthy. Like, you don't ever hardly hear, you don't ever think of healthy foods when you're thinking we're going to go and, we're going to sit around and watch the game. What are you bringing? Nobody, you don't hear normal people saying, oh, I'm bringing fruits and vegetables and I'm bringing low carb options and vegan options and this type of stuff. No, it's always the unhealthiest stuff you can think of, which is probably why for the first time in modern human history, we're actually killing ourselves from food as opposed to killing ourselves, dying from other causes. And basically, like, dying from preventable causes that we cause just simply by the foods we eat. Every other society in history was trying to get healthier and trying to extend their life. We're for the last couple hundred years or so, we started killing ourselves with food. So the first, I'm gonna give you three steps. Yeah, I'm gonna give you 3 quick steps to in terms of the diet of March Madness, and as well as sports, any other regular sports where you're eating unhealthy foods. I'm gonna give you 3 quick steps that will help you. And then next tip, we're gonna talk about workouts that you can do during commercial breaks. All right, so number 1, regardless of what you eat or drink, simply add fresh fruit and vegetables to the table as well. You can buy fruit trays and vegetable trays and put them right beside all the other unhealthy stuff. Now, I know some people may say, what good is just a little bit of fruit and vegetables when everything else is so unhealthy? And the answer is a whole lot, a huge, enormous, big difference. All right, so for example, the antioxidant power in just a few pieces of broccoli or carrots or tomatoes, even if you dip them in ranch, it still can help your health tremendously and quickly. The minute it goes in your mouth and starts digesting, it's already starting to heal your body. Same things for strawberries, blueberries, and grapes. Even if they are eaten with pizza and wings and nachos and all the other stuff. As a matter of fact, if you really think about it, you should never, ever indulge in the unhealthy stuff if you're not going to put some type of fruit and vegetable right alongside of it. Believe it or not, somebody who is a diabetic or who has high blood pressure and eats some unhealthy party food, but then they eat some broccoli, some carrots, a cucumber, and tomatoes right behind it, those vegetables, those fresh vegetables actually can counteract some of the negative negative ingredients and the negative effects of the unhealthy food. Fruits and vegetables are literally medicine for your body. So you're eating medicine that heals your body in the form of fruits and vegetables. All right. So step number one, just put some fruits and vegetables on the table. And it doesn't matter, if you've eaten everything else under the sun, add some fruit and vegetables along with it, and your body will be in a better position than if you didn't. All right. So a small amount can make a huge difference. Now, number two, get rid of the bubbles. Now, I know in most people's mind, there's no substitute for beer when watching sports. Most of the guys and throughout my 20s and 30s, I kind of thought the same, like, well, the game is on, let me go grab a beer, but now that I'm older and I'm a lot smarter, and everyone should also get older and smarter as they get older. And I know that's not the case. So here's the thing. As I've explained in other health tips, the actual carbonation, the bubbles in the beer and soda are one of the most harmful substances that you can put in the human body, because the carbonated liquid, the carbonated beverages actually pull calcium out of your bones and teeth, because the acidic bubbles with the acidic bubbles, they make your bloodstream acidic, and calcium is an acidity buffer in your body that has to balance your blood to try to get it back alkaline. So your body has to pull calcium out of your body, out of your teeth and your bones, to get it into your bloodstream, because it's trying to balance out all those bubbles. So if you just don't drink the bubbles, then you'll have stronger bones and teeth. All right. Or you can definitely make sure you take a calcium supplement if you drink carbonated beverages. All right. And now, so instead of sodas, go with lemonade and tea and juice. And if you got to drink something alcoholic, then there's also many options that don't contain bubbles as well. But try to always go on the low sugar side as well. Also, but either way, cutting the bubbles, cutting the carbonated beverages out of your life will dramatically lower your risk for cancer. And it will also help you have stronger bones and teeth. Now, number three, last step, number three, healthy toppings. All right. Typically, unless there's a vegan or super health conscious person helping to prepare the food, there's probably not going to be very many healthy ingredients. This is America. 90% of everything here is unhealthy. All right. However, there can be healthy additions, seasonings, and toppings added in. First of all, instead of just using traditional hot sauce to spice stuff up, consider using a jalapeno version, because jalapenos are a vegetable. They're like a form of a pepper, but a vegetable and they have numerous health benefits when eaten in moderation. Whereas not quite as the same with just traditional hot sauce. All right. Another option is Creole seasoning, like the Tony Chachatri's, which adds a little spice. Spicy foods in moderation are good for your heart and circulation. All right. Unless you have a negative response to them. But in moderation, spicy foods are good for your heart and your circulation. Secondly, think about olives and olive oil. Olives are one of the healthiest foods on the planet. They're responsible for olive oil, which is one of, if not the healthiest oil on the planet. So olives can be sliced up and added into things, or you can just stick them on toothpicks, and you can put olive oil on most foods. But if you're heating up food, heat it up first and put the olive oil on last. Don't heat up the olive oil, because after a certain temperature point, it becomes rancid. It actually breaks down and is no longer healthy. You're burning the health benefits out of it. So with olive oil, it needs to be below a certain temperature point. So I would say just heat the food up and then put the olive oil last if you can. All right, and just adding 1 teaspoon of tablespoon of olive oil per day to your diet is proven to have numerous health benefits. Last but not least, consider flax seeds. You can sprinkle flax seeds onto anything. You can mix them into dips, salsa, nacho cheese, any of that. Just a little flax seeds, and it will not change the flavor. I mean, you can see them, but they don't change the flavor. However, they are full of healthy omega-3 fatty acids, as well as fiber and protein that can help combat all the All right. So this is the health tip of the week from the Power Living with Purpose podcast with David C. Henderson. How to sponsor American Health and Fitness Services. How to enjoy March Madness without gaining weight. Part 1. Part 2 will be coming to you soon, as well as the Movement Monday version of the commercial break workout. Thanks. Stay positive and stay powerful, my friends. Have a blessed week.